Hey, there it is.
Yay.
We're live.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome, everybody.
Hello.
I'll say that again. Thank all my beautiful friends for starting and joining me tonight. Not starting, but for joining me tonight. Sorry, things are going off around me, and I'm like, "Ooh, there's a notification that we're live," and it's too many bells and whistles. But thank you guys so much, as always, for taking a Saturday evening away from family, away from plans. Do we all have plans? I don't even know. But thank you guys so much for spending just a little bit of time with me and with our YouTube fam. So I love you guys. So thank you guys for showing up. And we are missing one of our tribe tonight, but she's in the comments, and that is Nina. So she's here watching. We love you and we miss you, and we'll see you next time.
Yes, for sure.
And Michaela's best friend is watching. Her name is Germany. So hey, Germany. I think her profile picture is got Michaela in it too. But yeah, thank you guys for joining.
Nice.
So, I was like, oh, and there is Nicole. I was like, what's happening? Oh, hey guys.
Happy y'all. Sweet girls.
Yeah. Thank you guys for popping on. So I'll go ahead and get started. So tonight's topic is sharing our vision board, the things that we are excited for in 2021. Hi, Denise. Thank you for coming. And so obviously we can't have everyone hop on, but we hope that you will share your goals and your dreams and aspirations for 2021. I know last year was a little bit rough for everyone. So I think you guys will be surprised at just how kindergarten mine actually looks. But I'm going last. So I'm really excited. So, yeah, but I guess I was going to create questions, and I thought, we all had such a great time chatting with everyone. Hey, Alicia.
Hi, Alicia.
We had such a good time chatting in the comments before. We didn't make it through all of those, and I said, you know what? I'm just going to leave the floor open for everybody, obviously to have enough time to share their vision boards, and then all the commentary, and I didn't want it to feel rushed or to feel like we've got to go immediately at 8, no matter who's, if we aren't finished. So I just wanted to leave it a little bit open so there'll be no questions. We're just hanging out in our jammies and having a good time. So, Mariah, your ears are cracking me up.
No, they're saying, I'm trying to fit them in the screen.
That's when you know you do it right, when you can't even fit them in the screen like that.
I love it. That's so great. Okay. So we have quite a few people here already. So who would like to go first? I know we went like clockwise before, or however, I can't do it backwards. So
whatever you want.
Do you want to go counterclockwise and go Mariah, Beth, me, Alicia, and you? Or
we could do that. We'll shake things up a little bit. Mariah, you're in the hot seat, girl.
Woo. Okay, y'all. So I don't have a visual thing, but I will talk about my goals, since that's what this is all about.
Okay, you have the floor. Wrong person. How do I do that? Not me.
Stick yourself in the top corner. And there you
go.
I'm learning, guys.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So like I said, what's up, guys? That is hilarious, Lord. But yeah, so I don't have like some visual things. I don't really have like magazines and things like that. And I don't have a printer. I know this is very millennial, I guess, of me, but I do not have a printer. But anyway, I'll talk about like a few things. I along with Heather have the Christian Planner, so I did write down some of my goals for the year. They're pretty simple, so I'll just kind of like go over them. So a lot of people, I don't know if everybody knows, but I started a business last year, and so I have a whole law firm, And so one of my goals is to thank you. Thank you. I know it's so big, like I literally cannot fit them on the screen. It's insane. But yes, so my goal is to definitely grow my business this year. I want to be able to serve more people, more clients. So that is an overarching goal. I have some steps to get there, but that's just like the overarching thing. And then I also hopefully if the world opens back up, I really want to travel to one new place, like a place that I've not been before. I always add this in my yearly like goals, regardless. Like I started this thing a few years ago where I will try to visit a couple of new states that I haven't been to. And of course I didn't get to do that last year. That's okay, but maybe I'll get the opportunity to do it this year. Hopefully, I don't know about traveling internationally yet, but we'll see. But yeah, so maybe do a little traveling, dip my toe in, see what's going on. And then I also would. This is like I'm putting this out here. I really am planning on and really want to write a book. So that is something that is in the works, and I'm hopefully gonna, accomplish that and get that together. About what I have several ideas. I have several book ideas, but like I'm gonna narrow it down to focusing on one. I don't know yet, so stay tuned for that. And then lastly, as far as I don't know if anybody knows this about me per se, but I used to dance when I was younger. I danced all the way from like pre-K through college, actually, and I have a goal to get back to doing that. And so I'm looking to taking adult dance classes. And I really enjoyed tap. So I think I'm going to do that as well as just like some hip hop classes and all that. So stay tuned. I might post some stuff on my YouTube if I do.
Some shorts of you dancing, girl.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll post some stuff when I do routines and whatnot. But yeah, so those are like some of my main goals. So I won't take up time and I'll pass it on to somebody else.
Love that.
Sounds like you've got a lot of things
That's so
planned together. And congratulations again on your business.
Yes, congratulations. And I can't wait to see tap dancing in Mariah's new world.
Yes. Yeah.
She's got her own business, and then she's like, and then I'll write a book on top of that, and then
travel a little. I've got lots of time.
I dream big, y'all. That's just me. I can't not.
I love that.
Big aspirations, but hey, if you dream it, you can do it, right? Like Walt said. So
yes,
that's my favorite. That's my favorite Walt quote too.
Me too. I have it actually over my computer on the wall right now too. But yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. I remember I talked with y'all about dance and stuff. Oh my gosh, down in Florida. Yes, y'all. Oh my gosh. I'll have to keep y'all updated.
Yes.
We'll hold you to it.
That's marvelous.
Oh,
I want to do that.
That's incredible. Church, let's go. I love it. I love that.
I know the church that my best friend goes to, they have the praise dancing, but they also do like miming to not interpret, I don't know what the word is, but like share the word, basically. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but that's close to it.
Yeah.
So it's really, really fun to see. She shares it on Facebook whenever they do it.
Yes, that is so good.
So we're excited to see all.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying we're excited to see all the things that you're going to be doing, and it's going to be great.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love y'all. I definitely pray for me, Lord. I'm hoping that these things will happen. Some fun, some business stuff, some things related. So we'll
I'm
see.
worn out just listening to your list. Like,
Stop, Beth. I know you guys. Y'all, you got some stuff going on.
Uh, oh goodness. All right, Miss Beth, are you ready?
Yes,
talk
girl.
about kindergarten.
I'm not going to put it
Are
on
you
myself.
ready? I didn't have
We're ready.
I didn't have the tub of white paste, but I mean, this is what it boils down to. Ta-da!
Ouch.
Woo! Oh my
I
goodness.
love it.
Is that,
Go,
I
girl.
love it. I love it.
yeah. So I could go by sections. I got this is so weird. This is my, let's see. This is my feel better section. You know, I finally reached my desired weight, healthy hair.
Yes.
The goat herself, Denise Austin, fit over 50. She's still doing it. I'd like to sleep
love
better.
her.
Doesn't she look comfy? I want to sleep better. This came from a Hallmark bag, and I loved it. We create
Oh.
ourselves as we go, and I love that. And this is more of my domestic goddess section, you know. So I want to like be a little more bold in my decorating, you know, really go for the gusto. I always kind of like do it a little bit and then I back off. I don't know if anybody else is like that, but I want to like be bold in my decorating choices, you know, really own it. So, and of course, you know, you got your organizing, you know, need to do that. Oh, well, thank you, Kaylee. You're a sweetheart as always. Thank you so much. And let's see, I keep going the opposite way. This is so bizarre. I like that whole like loading 2021 because you know it's a process.
No.
Up at the top is from, of course, Frozen 2. And I love that because, yes, Nina, domestic goddess, you know it. Um, I love this because they kind of boldly went into the unknown, literally. And they just, you know, they just showed themselves, you know, by the end. And they came into their own. And I like that whole concept of that movie. I just think that that's very empowering. And then I want to learn something new. I'm going to go on this side. I want to learn something new. I've always had a thing for, I'm going to the opposite side again. I've always had a thing for, desire to learn sign language. So I thought I would remind myself that here's sign. And then, like Mariah said, if the world opens up again, of course, I'd love to do some travel. Uh, you know, you got Seattle. I've always wanted to see Seattle. And I put Sleepy Hollow and Salem for maybe a possible Halloween-ish, October-ish trek. I've never been there.
Yes.
I'd love to. Of course, the castle. You got to have the castle.
Of course.
And then there is a dachshund puppy in the bottom corner because is it time to
Whoops.
get Darcy a little baby sister? I don't know. Yeah. But at the end of the year, I want to say, yes, I did. I did those things. Oh, and this is my favorite. I need to give you a close up. See, I'm going the opposite way. Good Lord, I'm horrible at this. I would never be able to be a weathercaster. Just saying. Okay, so I'd be like, you know, here's, you know, San Francisco, and it would be New York. You know, I would just be horrible. This right here, does anybody remember Monica's Closet on Friends?
Yes,
Where
definitely.
she
Yeah.
was, you talk about domestic goddess. Okay, so she was, and then, you know, you open the door and there was I've got multiple Monica closets. I don't know if anybody, if I'm the only one, I'll own it, but I have multiples, like not just one. Like I'm looking at one right now and I want to open the darn closets and get rid of the Monica closets in my life. So that's something else I've got on my vision board. Darn
Can
it.
I have some of your closets? My house only has like 2 closets.
Oh, I
Lord.
tell you,
I would
you
love
know,
a closet.
I mean, let's talk garage. Let's talk office. I mean, every nook and cranny. Like if somebody stops long enough, I'll be like, "Can I throw some stuff in your bag because I've got it coming out of my ears." So yes, that's what's on mine.
Well,
So
thank you so much.
I'm glad to hear that I'm not the only one that has a Monica closet or two because it's gotten out of hand. So
Honey, my whole bedroom is a Monica closet. You know, you've seen on Marco
uh,
Polo. It's a nightmare.
no,
My
no,
pantry is
but
a
you have
nightmare.
many worse than I do. So
I can say that about my Christmas decorations has gotten out of hand. It's like 7 or 8 totes and some huge boxes that are all in the basement now. I'm like, good Lord.
bless your heart. I'm looking at 7 or 8 totes plus
Yeah.
right, and they're not even Christmas. So I should have just said I want to be more like Alicia, you know. Like, I want to have just several totes, and because that would be my goal, Allie. If I got there, you're very kind, Nina. Thank you,
Your
sweetheart.
background does look like that for real.
Yeah. Thank you.
I like that word,
I
Alicia.
love that, Alicia. Yes, that should have been my word. Yes.
Declutter.
And I'm trying to get enough courage to like maybe film some of it.
Hmm.
But I
Yes,
think
do
these
it.
aren't
Do
boring.
it.
Like who wants to see what's in like
People
A lot of
love
people
those
love
boxes that
videos.
I haven't
Yes.
looked
They
at
love
in
those.
years. So
Clean and clutter-free
Yes.
videos.
Yeah.
The time lapses or whatever they call them. Yeah. So
Yes.
wasn't there a
Yeah.
show of a guy that like went into like like people had like those storage facilities and they had boxes and boxes of stuff and he like went in and like and you were just sitting on your seat like, is he gonna find anything worth anything? Like
like Storage Wars or
Storage
whatever.
Wars.
They go into,
Like that,
yeah.
I
Oh,
could
yeah.
it could be my own like storage wars. But then at the end of the day, no, I didn't come up with anything that was worth a plug nickel.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
the chat is supporting you all the way, Beth. I mean,
Thank
they're
you
all
so
saying
much.
they
I need to get
support.
much better with the chat. I'm not used to all this, so yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you, everyone. You're all sweethearts. So thank you.
Cleaning videos
There
are
was-
really fun to watch. I agree.
Yeah, organized hoarder. I love that. I love it, Desi. Yeah, that. Like an extroverted introvert. That's kind of. I can relate very much. So yeah. Yes. So thank you, gals. Thanks everybody for your support.
Of course.
Hi, my name is Beth.
And
Like with
not only
organizers
declutter, I hope you go bold with your decorations and you learn something new like sign language. That's awesome. Those are so that's an obtainable goal that you just have to put forth the effort into. Like
Yeah.
yourself. You got that.
Thank you.
I love
Thank you.
obtainable goals.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
The travel, I want to travel,
Yeah.
but I don't know if it's obtainable.
Yeah.
That's
why I was hoping for October.
Yeah.
Maybe October, maybe
At the end of the
holidays.
year, hey, some stuff
We
can
can. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you very much. That was fun to do too. I'm
Before
glad
we go on to
Jessica's
Nicole.
doing this.
absolutely.
Yeah.
What's up?
Huh?
What do you say, Alicia?
Sorry. So
I didn't say anything.
Oh,
I
oh,
said
oh.
Heather.
that was me. I was just saying, we're just hanging out, it's no big deal. I was gonna say before we go on to Nicole, I wanted to just acknowledge everyone in the comments. I was trying to put your comments up to acknowledge you because I do want you to know that I'm reading them and I see them as they're coming in.
Yes.
But I don't want to cover everyone's vision board, if that makes sense. So if it feels like I'm skipping over you, I promise you I'm not. I'm still seeing you. I just did it a minute ago and then we covered up the docs and we can't do that. We can't cover up the docs and Denise Austin, because I still do yoga with Denise Austin. I mean, she's still hip. Just
She's
saying.
dope.
She is still very cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So
Especially
I
for
just
us
wanted to make sure I let everyone know that I am seeing everything.
Yeah.
Mariah's face has got me rolling. She's like,
Just like, who is Denise Austin?
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
oh, goodness.
I'll send you a link.
Okay.
Okay, before I show my age anymore, Nicole, would you like to get started?
So, mine's a little different because I'm different, I guess. Like, I'm a little odd. But this is
Oh,
mine,
sorry, hold on.
and it's
Yeah,
my
hold
bullet
on,
journal. I've got to make sure I can share it. And this is what I do. I just draw like, nope, not that one. This one. I go ahead and draw out my thing, and I have Baby Yoda here. With Baby Yoda, he's holding on to Wicket, the Ewok, and then the big bubbles are all my mountains, and my little ones are my hills. And then in my bullet journal, I go very small into detail of the steps, and those are my pebbles to make it more obtainable. So I picked for this vision board, or my focus board, as I like to call it, I picked Star Wars quotes to embody all of the things that I wanted to do.
I love that.
So I want to grow steadfast in my faith. So I picked, in a dark place, we find ourselves, and a little more knowledge lights our way, which is a Yoda quote for that one. And then I have, for my shelter, the things that I want to be able to do for my home, whether it is to increase value or, like you said, Beth, like decorate in a way that makes me happy, that this is my home and I love it and I want it to resemble that. So I put, as long as there's light, we've got a chance, which is Poe Dameron, because I got a home so I can decorate it however I want. Another one of my mountains is relationships. I want to make sure that I keep pressing forward with family and friends. I've made some amazing friends, and that's really hard for me. So I want to keep investing in them. And it says, your focus determines your reality, which is Qui-Gon's quote. And I have impact. How can I impact my community, my world, and the people around me, whether it's through donation of time, service, financially. And the quote is, you can't stop the change any more than you can stop the sun from setting, which is Shmi Skywalker. It's Anakin's mom, and I don't remember how to say her name. Then I have security, which is like budget friendly. I want to be able to pay down some of the debt that we've incurred through time and really make an impact on that and build my savings and stuff. So the belongings you seek is not behind you. It is ahead, which is Maz. It's the lady with the big glasses. I love her, but I can't think of her name. I'm shaking. I'm so nervous. So yes, to answer your question,
Sorry.
it is vulnerable. We have, I want to become more sustainable and eco-friendly. I try each and every year to implement small changes that I can do every single day to just, I don't know, for myself. And it says, many of the truths that we cling to depend greatly on our point of view, which is an Obi-Wan quote. And then my last mountain is, it takes strength to resist the dark side. Only the weak embrace it, and those who oppose it are more powerful than you'll ever be. And that is an Obi-Wan quote, and that's for my vessel. I want to be able to heighten my health journey and like work on myself and know that the only person that's like pulling me to the darkness is myself, and I have to be strong enough to go into the light. And then my hills are just staying accountable and acknowledge the things that I have. Don't want for more than I need. Preparation, make sure that I stay organized and keep motivated in all things, to live each day as I am living, not to get wrapped up in a phone or something else, to evolve in my creations, to always push myself artistically, to give myself grace, to realize that like I'm not perfect and I need those days of rest and forgiveness, and adventure, because I would like to travel if that occurs. And like I said, I have it goes into the pages over here, which break down all of those things for me. But yeah, so this is my vision board.
I love
I love it.
Yes, love it.
So many things to love about it. First of all, to have your artistic capabilities of all of your gorgeous drawings in your planner, in your bullet journal, I would kill for your talent there. Yeah, I mean, just visually, for a visual person, it just is wonderful to see. But then, when you have your mountains and your hills, and then you break it down into smaller pieces, bite-sized chunks that you could really keep yourself accountable. I love that whole system because I think that would really keep you in line.
I feel like if you take a big goal and you break it down into smaller goals, and even smaller goals from that, as you're checking them off, you feel like you're making progress. It doesn't seem like such a gigantic thing that I have to change right now. It's tiny little baby steps. And so I had a lot of fun making Star Wars themed and like looking up the quotes to go along with them, because I'm very much like words drive me, and I like that I can focus on that page and read those quotes and regain some of the drive from those quotes. So
yeah, it's not surprising with as creative as you are, that you respond, that is your language, you would respond to the creativity and the deep dive, into a theme, and it would really speak to you. I love that. I feel like you really fine tone, what you need to keep yourself accountable and motivated. I love it. Love it,
yeah,
love it.
thank you.
And I'm looking forward to seeing how all that. You should really do like updates.
It's just a basic thing. I want to be a better person. I want to be a better person each and every year. I want to be just a better version of myself. I want to forgive more. I want to accept more. And I can't do that if I let the past define me, right? So I don't know. So I always go with those kinds of things. Like, I just need to be intentional. I need to love my husband. And not that I don't, I do very much, but like, I need to stay present in those things. He's my person. But
I'll be like, David and I had an argument today. She's like, I just love my husband. I'm like, shut up.
I can't. And
I'm just kidding.
And but
that was funny.
I love the only one.
Very
I'm gonna throw my thing away because I can't tap any of
your
y'all.
mouth. You're amazing. Everybody has that's it. Everyone's different. Everyone learns different. Everyone's motivated differently. And that's the beauty in the world. Like, we shouldn't all be cookie cutter, and your goals and your things are just as valid as somebody else's just because they're not on their board. Like,
I know. I'm just playing with you.
Okay.
We got Mama here in the middle to set us straight. Oh my goodness. Bye, Nina. Thank you for coming in as much as you could.
Stay warm.
Y'all go get toasty.
I hope you stay healthy.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. I was making sure.
So is Alicia going now?
Yeah.
Even though she moved?
Well, as long as my internet doesn't blow up on me. Okay, so I didn't have access to paper or printer or any of that, so I made a PowerPoint presentation. And I tested this earlier, so this should work, but when I put it on the screen, I can only see the screen. I won't be able to see anything else or any of you, so you'll have to let me know if this works.
Okay.
So here we go. Let me know if you can see it.
Not yet on my end.
It says it's sharing.
Do I have to allow it to share?
You probably have to put it on the screen, Heather. Yeah, is it on the
Oh, I see
bottom,
it
like
now.
on the bottom screen? It's kind of faded out.
There we
Okay.
go.
There we
Okay.
go. Oh, look at you girls.
So
Oh my
perfect.
now.
gosh.
So, okay, so here
All
we
of the
go.
best.
I should have
Alright.
watched
My first thing is to concentrate on my faith and continue to build and increase my faith and practice my faith. My next thing is I need to get healthy, and I am committing to walking every day. I need to lose weight, so I've got to focus on that. You guys are seeing this so far, right? Because I
Yes,
can't see
it's good.
anything.
Sorry.
Okay, sorry, just making sure. I'm committing to reading more. I actually, trust me, I haven't picked up a book in probably like a year and a half. So when I have picked up a book in the last couple of weeks and have been reading, I've really enjoyed it. So I'm committing to at least once a week where I sit down and read a little bit. My favorite author is Patricia Cornwell, and I have several of her books, and that's the reason why I picked that picture as an example. I needed to do better at work-life balance because work can be quite stressful sometimes. So it's very difficult for me to do everything else. So I put a picture here of some nice, serene, beautiful water and just wanting to have that relaxation. And I would love to go someplace that has that someday, but that's just a wish. The next thing is going to be my YouTube goals, and my goal is to continue to put out one video a week consistently, film and edit timely, and continue to support others. The next thing is family. I would love to be able to see family. Hopefully, this year will be a lot better, and I'll be able to see my family again, as well as go to where that picture is. I want to go to Disney.
Yes.
The next couple of pictures, this is one of my favorite quotes. I always look up at this quote when I enter the park. Here you leave today and enter the world of tomorrow, of yesterday, tomorrow, and fantasy. So, and then just to be able to see parades and fireworks and all that kind of stuff again. And lastly, I want to do more crafty things. I really enjoyed making my first pair of ears a couple weeks ago, and I want to do more things like that. So this is my vision board.
I love it.
So
That is amazing.
That
I'm
is
going to
it.
keep it up for just a second. Oh, Kathy got rid of it.
That was so
okay.
professional.
Oh, sorry.
I love it.
I love it.
I really like the idea. I really like the video idea that Nina had suggested, but I just did not have time to gather all the videos. I really would love to do that. I may do it eventually, but I thought this would work in the meantime.
Alicia,
So,
I want to do it too. If you do it, post it. Like let's challenge each other to do it and post it on our YouTube channels.
Yeah. And should we give like a little
the video one
description for everybody? Because maybe they would like to do it too.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
So Alicia, you know how you had Disney? I'm like,
thank you.
Is it like Beetlejuice? If you say it 3 times, it'll appear. So we get to go to Disney.
You have to now.
Maybe. Hey, if that works, I'll take it.
Right? Well, we'll know, right?
And I can't wait to see more ears. Are you going to bring them to your channel and stuff too? Because I love seeing creativity and people dabble with those kinds of like just creating and making and
see. I'd like to make another pair where I don't film it, because in all honesty, filming that whole process was adding to the stress of trying to do it, to organize the camera and remember to film every little piece of it. And I was just like, I want to just get this done so I have the filming done, and then I'll do my own where it's nice and calm. And then once I get it down and get better at it, I'll do another tutorial. But I did have some people comment about how they thought I really explained things well in that video, and so that was nice to hear. So
it is stressful to craft on camera, I think, because you have to think of all those things and you don't normally do it. But it was so professional looking, and then with you breaking it down and saying, I want to do this. Like I could put Denise Austin on mine, but how am I going to get from me to, anywhere near her? And you guys, you broke it down, and I love that. Like this is what I want to do, and this is what I'm going to commit to do. I'm just going to be staring at Denise, and we'll see you all next year, and I'll still have her picture. But I love those little breakdowns you guys did. I think that's a big key.
Yeah.
Well, I think part of that probably comes from my business background too. Like, you're supposed to quantify and you're supposed to be specific and that kind of thing. So I just went with it.
I love it.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to seeing Heather's now.
Ooh, well. So I actually, normally I'll just choose one word for the year, but this year I chose 3. So do I have to make myself big?
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do.
Okay. So I did my Christian planner. So again, we have a cut and paster here. There's not a lot. There's a lot going on. But before I show that up close, my 3 words of the year is compassion, simplify, and rest. I feel like sometimes you can put everything above listening to your own body. And if anything has taught me that I need to slow down, is 2020. And even though I did have a lot of downtime, I didn't utilize that time when I felt good for the things that really mattered to me. I still tried to push myself to do things that were not as important. Sorry, I almost knocked my water over. So I really wanted to take the time to, I don't know if you guys saw that video. I did say that I was going to film in batches so I could take more time off at once with family. So that to me is simplifying the YouTube part of my life. And rest when I need to, and then to have more compassion for others. And not just for things that are things that I have dealt with and I have experienced, but to show compassion for things that I haven't experienced or those roads that I haven't walked yet, but to still take the time to listen thoroughly without always giving my opinion, because you guys know I'm good at that. But I really want to show more compassion, even if I don't understand what they're walking through. So now we've went past my words of the year. Part of that kind of goes hand in hand with, okay, which way are we going? Okay. See, I got troubles too. This is basically something this is showing 3 ladies making food for the we do have
We're having a hard time hearing you, or at least I am.
I am too. I just thought,
now we can hear you. Or at least I can. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. So basically, we have an elderly man next door who we have tried to cook for and bring him plates and everything throughout the year. But I wanted this as a reminder to do that for more than just my neighbor, like right inside the area that we're in. I want to go past that. And a friend of mine just had surgery, and I spent this entire week cooking for her and her husband. And I had to make 2 separate meals, and I don't want any like glorification. So I don't want any of that. That's not for me. Uh-oh. They're saying they can't hear me.
Yeah, I'm putting in there. Hopefully it gets better to let us know if they still can't hear you, but
we can hear you.
We can, but I guess they can't.
Uh-oh. So yeah, I'll just keep going and then hopefully it'll pop in. But I pureed food for the female and then cooked a regular meal for her husband, and I just want to do more of that. I want to reach out for more people who might need that, because I feel like that's my gift, is I know how to cook and I can cook pretty well. And so I need to use that gift that God gave me to help others. And this lovely little goose and horse, I guess it's a miniature horse, we want to make sure that we're taking more trips to the zoo to take Michaela, because we did a drive-through zoo for the very first time this past year, and we loved it. I've always been terrified that the animals are going to like put their hooves up on the car and I'm going to have a meltdown. But okay. So maybe I'm blocking the audio whenever I'm bringing it up too close. Thank you for letting me know that. So we definitely want to do more of the drive-through zoos, but we also want to visit zoos that we can actually walk through. And then I had a bunch of wonderful Disney friends create a Remy healthy cookbook for me to have healthier recipes. And so this kind of represents one of the recipes in there. So I want to get back to cooking those recipes. Some of them were not very appealing at the time, but I definitely want to dabble in cooking some of those recipes. And I will be sharing that on my YouTube channel to share the love where you guys all contributed to that cookbook, because I really don't want a moment to pass to not let that be seen and shared with the world, because you guys worked so hard to contribute all of those. One of the biggest things is count my blessings every day. Sorry. Okay. No professional here, but I definitely want to make sure that I'm counting my blessings every day. So I've started taking control of my mornings again. I'm getting back to doing my devotions and writing in this. You guys have seen a flip through of the Christian Planner. There's so many places to write in here. So many things to be thankful for, and to like jot them down so we're not just rushing through the day and not acknowledging them. So I'm spending more time in devotions and writing things down that mean everything to me. So I think it's going to be nice to have this to look back every year, because I plan on getting this planner again. So it'll be fun to look back and see like prayers that have been answered, the blessings of the year. I think it's going to be really great to look back at that. So I wanted to be mindful most of all. That's why it takes up a lot of space. I wanted to be mindful of that as well. I wanted to increase my reading. I know that was like a thing. I always read, but I want to make sure that I'm reading so much more. Sometimes I have a habit, and I'm still doing it, of picking up 4 or 5 books at a time and reading maybe a chapter or 2, and then never really completing as many as I should be. So I'm really taking the time to focus more intentfully, start to finish with a book. So I did increase my amount this year on Goodreads. And if you guys who are watching would like to be my friend on Goodreads, I will try to come back and pin that in the comments later. And then we see this gorgeous rock. Y'all believe I could not find a bulldog in my magazine. Like, bulldogs are important and popular. So,
Wow.
I mean, but we're using a Rottweiler, and look at this, how cute.
How?
It's got a like a badge that says Dogture on there. So most everyone here knows that we do volunteer for a bulldog rescue. Oh, thank you. And so we wanted to be more active in that as well, because they do struggle from time to time without having a lot of help. And although we can't take in another bulldog because Diamond's crazy, we could still do things for the rescue, or donate items that can be shared in their little auctions and things like that. So we just wanted to be more present in the rescue that we are so proud to be a part of. And then the last 2, this is a little stoop in New York. And this is, that's somewhere really tropical, but this was just to represent the beach. We want to take more beach weekend trips to visit my mom, and then to have some family time without being at my mom's house the whole time, being mindful to also take care of her, but take care of us as well, and make sure that we do those little getaways. I know that's a little extravagant for Myrtle Beach, but we want to make sure that we're doing that. So that's just representing Myrtle Beach. And then at some point, we want to start saving to go to New York. So it's been my dream. We were supposed to do that on my 40th birthday, and we didn't do it. I opted for Disney instead because, family first. But I would love to do that, and I have my New York bucket list all ready to go. So I don't know if I'll be able to go there this year because of everything going on, but it's definitely a year we need to start putting some nickels back for that.
Love it.
Yes.
Love it.
I feel like I talked way too much. Y'all are used to that though, right, Marco Polo?
No. Yeah. It's beautiful though. I love how we all did very different. Like Mariah was like verbally sharing her board, and Alicia went digitally with hers, and Beth's was all like big and big pasted and everything, and yours was a little more subdued and focused, but still used the pasting, but you wrote more on yours. So
yeah.
If I
love
had
how
access to
everybody can have a
or
vision board, but
magazine,
they're slightly different.
I would have
and
done the same thing actually. But
it's neat to see that there were so many different ideas. You know,
Mhm.
like I learned something from each of you, you know. Like Heather, I love that whole blessings, you know, recording the blessings, and I love that idea. You know, I would like to do that more too.
I used to be really good at that. I mean, I would do that every single day. I would sit here at the table, I would read my devotions, and I would pray. And it just, I don't know why, but people of faith kind of do get attacked a little bit more. And so then everything gets in the way to stop with that. I don't know how I want to word that. But things get in the way sometimes, and it really shouldn't. So it felt really good to get back to that. Just made me feel a little bit more peaceful to put that first every day again.
Yeah.
So I hope that everyone who wants to do that can also do that, because it does make a huge difference, even in the day. So.
Or to go back and look, like if you keep a running list, if you go back on the hard days when you're really, really struggling and you read all those little things that you were grateful for, it really puts perspective in the fact that like, this is just a bad day. And I have so much to be grateful for that. Like, so I love, like, I have those pages in my bullet journal that says what makes me happy and what I can control. And it's amazing throughout the year what'll end up, what'll end up on them. Because you can't control, I can't control the weather. I can't control what another person's opinion of me is. So I need to let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah.
Because it might just be a bad day or a bad year, but it doesn't make it a bad life. And I think that we forget that so quickly, because sometimes those mountains can be so overwhelming that we can't see past that. And it's also easy for us to forget the blessings of yesterday when those mountains and those things just pile in on us. We seem to forget that, and we just have to like peek out of it and say, nope. Nope.
Yeah.
It's been great, and it'll be great again.
Two things. I know that when Nina was in chat, she asked if we felt like it was vulnerable to share our vision boards. And I think for me it was vulnerable, and it was also like accountability. Like, this is what I want for my year, so I'm putting it out there into the universe for you guys to watch or to hear. And then you can say, hey, you're not doing that like you're supposed to. So do you guys feel like it was vulnerable, or was it just fun?
Absolutely. I still have tears in my eyes, actually.
Well, it was fun and vulnerable in a sense, but I also, in all honesty, I didn't go as personal as I probably could have, because I still am keeping some things personal. So
yeah,
Alicia, that is me as well. I have other things written down that I just personally am just not going to share. But like, something I was like, I will pick these things to, put out there. Even though I'm still putting it out there, I'm putting it, writing it down in between me and God, like so. But
I mean, even me saying that, from my health and stuff, and that I need to lose weight, I mean, that's personal. But I still decided to share that. But there's just certain things you do and certain things you don't. So
Yeah,
unless you're me.
I've got a personal one, and then this is more my go get 'em, motivational, I mean, because I don't think that it would be a secret that I'd want to lose weight. I put it out there quite a bit. So maybe it doesn't feel that vulnerable if you've said it quite a bit, but it was just fun for me. And I think that was because I have it separate. I've got one that's more personal, but I did reveal Monica closets. So vulnerability at its finest,
I had fun making mine. And if you couldn't tell, my favorite color is pink, which is why I have the writing was pink.
I think that's one fun thing about doing, like cutouts and stuff, because there were patterns that emerged that you don't realize that are there. Like, oh, okay, you've got an affinity for this color, or patterns do emerge. So it's nice to learn more about yourself as you go along, I think, too.
Absolutely.
Agreed. I love
And
it.
I know that Heather said she had 3 words for this year, which were amazing and beautiful. And like, you do need to remember to rest and like does everybody else pick a word every year? I know I do. Like this year, my word is grace. Grace to God, grace to people, grace to myself. So do you guys do that too? Do you pick a word and like, this is the word I'm going to focus on? I'm going to.
No.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I hate
Does anyone want to share that?
Especially, you go from Heather, who is so, she serves so many others, and then I'm going to come in with mine and be like, but mine is me. And it's not in a way that's like, hopefully it's not full of myself. I think that I've been avoiding a lot of things when it comes to myself for a while, and I think it's time to like face up and say, you need to focus on your health. You need to focus on getting your act together in so many different ways. So it was an easy short one. I love perseverance. Yeah. That's yeah.
And Beth, I don't think that is selfish at all, because you have a husband and your mama and your son, and if you don't put on your own oxygen mask, you're going to be no good to them. And I've heard people preach that to me, and I'm the last person to listen to it, but that's something that I have found out. So it's absolutely okay. I know Nicole's fussing at me already, but I feel like if you don't do that, no one's going to do that for you.
Well, and it's easy to project out to other people, like, oh, let me help you do this, or I feel like sometimes you need to focus on your own self and say, right, how do I need to improve? And I think that that's kind of how I'm looking at it too. Like, so
I think that's great.
I love it. Intentional is wonderful too. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good one too.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I do the same. I actually I seek God about what my word is. So I allow him to give me my word. And that word ended up being, I was like, wait, what? God, are you serious? So the word that he gave me was expand. And I always pick a scripture based off of what he tells me. And so I came across Prayer of Jabez, which I is kind of popular. And actually it's funny, I got confirmation because I was searching through some things that I had, and I came across my mom's old Bible, and she had a Bible cover on it, and it was the Prayer of Jabez was actually the front Bible verse on the Bible cover.
Wow.
So it's First Chronicles 4:10, and it says, Jabez cried out to God of Israel, oh, that you would bless me and enlarge my territory. Let your hand be with me and keep me from harm so that I will be free from pain. And God granted his request. And from what God always like reveals what it is, obviously throughout the year. And I can think it's going to be something, but normally it ends up being something else. But I think that he's just causing me to have, and I've already seen this already, like more responsibility, more impact on others, more influence of others. And so I'm, of course, trying to be a wise steward of that, because that's a huge responsibility. But yeah, and I mean, I feel like he is just expanding like the way that I view him, and just like my faith and all of these other things. So I mean, very many things, and I'm sure he's going to reveal as time goes along, but that's my word. So.
Well, not to mention you expanded and started your own business. So that's
I did.
Yeah. I love that. And I love that you found the confirmation, because sometimes we'll question, is that really something that I'm thinking, or is that really from God? And then we've had that a couple of times in conversation where you'll have said something, I'm like, seriously, you're not going to believe this. And I'll pull it up and send it to you. And it's like, it's just confirmation. It's so great when that actually does happen. So
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Yes.
Yep.
You're right.
So what about you, Alicia? Did you share yours yet? I don't think you did.
What?
Your word
I
for the year.
said, no, I don't do that.
Oh, you don't do that.
No,
Okay.
I don't have any words.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. No pressure.
No pressure. No pressure.
I mean, I guess it could be health because seriously, I need to. I've got a lot of health issues. So
Yeah.
I think one way or another, we all
and
need
you know
to.
that, Heather, because you and I are always talking every day about what those health issues are. So
Yeah.
that's definitely got to be my word.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
I think that's great. I mean, I don't think that's anyone should really. I don't think it's something anyone should sleep on anyway. Like, I think that,
your quality of life is important. So you have to invest in your own quality of life. And that means health. That means, whatever that means. If it means walking a little bit, if it means not eating. Oh my gosh, I found gluten-free Oreos and they taste exactly like Oreos. I've eaten a half a freaking thing of them. I'm like, should I have?
Oh
No.
my God.
No, I shouldn't have.
Something to keep in mind and filing that away.
That's hard, boy. That's hard.
So for everyone else, that's funny. It's cucumber water. For everyone else listening, do you have like that one goal that you hope to obtain this year? And my word earlier that I was trying to think of was trying to have a servant's heart and expand that. But I couldn't think of it because I was trying not to cry being in the hot seat. Apparently, Diamond wanted to join us.
Expanding is the key there. I think you're already there. But wanting to expand it is.
Oh, yeah.
But don't give too much of yourself that you are not left with anything on your plate.
Right.
I think that that's a really hard balance for people with a servant's heart, is to not give of themselves tiresomely and be left with nothing. So it's that wonderful balance. Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I got him at my grocery store. I like freaked out. I saw Allison she used to be WDW girl on her Instagram, Pixie Dust and Parenting now, I think.
Yeah.
But she was like, I found these gluten-free Oreos and I saw Leanne try one, and then then Allison tried one and they didn't say anything about them. I'm like, I need these in my life. So I went grocery shopping yesterday and they were there and they had shining pretty lights all over them and they twinkled, and I went, I'm going to try you. And I thought they were going to taste like cardboard and feel like sand in my mouth, because that's what most gluten-free cookies do to me. And no, they're amazing. They're amazing. They taste just like the same. They're just crisper.
Wow. Which isn't a bad thing.
No. I mean, it is a bad thing because I don't need to eat a half a thing of Oreos.
That's true.
You got it out of your system now, right?
Yeah.
All right. Denise is saying that she wants and needs a cat this year. She doesn't care if it's adult.
Yeah.
Aww.
The furry members of the household are wonderful.
They are. Oh my goodness.
Absolutely.
And I feel like that's yet another motivator to like get in the best shape that you could be, because they do take up so much energy and so much time that you want to be in tip-top condition to take care of them.
Jess definitely nailed that one.
Yeah.
Yes, she did.
I never feel comfortable in my own skin. Never.
Ooh.
So that's a good one. That is a good one.
I love that. That's so important.
Yes, I love that.
I know I'm always telling Alicia, I'm like, girl, you can come on Marco Polo with no makeup on. You see how raggedy I look. And I learned not to care.
I know, Alicia. Lord, come on now. Come on now.
And this is what I told her when she said that. I said, I have to look at the screen. I don't want to see myself that way. So I'm not going to do it.
That's okay.
Doesn't prevent me. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm really scary now, but
black in my room and I'm laying in bed. I'm like, I haven't even gotten up, but hope you have a great
Yeah, people have seen me looking ridiculous, like laying in the bed, and I'm like, I look red because there's like a weird light because no lights are on, and I'm just like, yeah, look. And then I turn the lights on and scare everybody. So
No,
it's okay to be comfortable in your own skin.
Gosh, come on now.
I think that a negative talk is something that's really, really hard to get away from.
Mm-hmm.
But it's something that I know I'm guilty of, and I just heard Heather do it, and I've watched so many other people be like, oh, I'm so ratchet. I can't, Alicia, I can't wear makeup. I don't want to look at it. Like, love yourself. You're worthy of love. And like, you are who you are because that's who God made you, right? So like, love the skin you're in. And yeah. I'm a little positive today. I'm sorry. I don't have lights on in my house. We have a light out here, but my husband's like redoing everything and our bathroom is a mess. So I'm really trying here.
You're doing great. You're doing great. Motivational speaker for the day.
Alicia says, preach, Nicole, preach it.
They're funny. I got to the point, like, I do care about the way I look, obviously, but I also don't care. Like, I don't want to spend all of my energy on when I'm amongst my friends privately. I don't feel like I should have to do that. I should feel comfortable just hanging out. Like right now, like you can see, did I put a wig on? No, I did not.
No, I'm so proud of you, and your hair is beautiful. I love
it.
And I'm like, I'm wondering when I can start feeling like that, because like obviously I don't want to make people uncomfortable, but I'm like, that's their problem, not mine.
Why would somebody be uncomfortable looking at you with the way you look? Why would someone be uncomfortable with that, Heather? Come on, listen to what you just said.
I think maybe because like it would bring to mind like the situation, not necessarily about the way I look, but
they're jealous that you could be so adorable and pretty in a pixie cut that but they need to get over that. If that's
it's starting to get really curly. It's so weird.
Yeah.
I had someone in college the other night ask me if I had it styled, and I'm like, the Lord and my oncologist. Because I'm not doing anything to it. I can literally comb it down and it immediately feathers back. So,
wow,
it's doing its own thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a real quick story, because it was one of those aha moments for me. And it was years ago, because I used to be a lot more, I don't know, awkward with myself, I guess. I don't know how else to put it. But I was very self-conscious, I guess. And I had a boyfriend, not Joe, one before.
Controversial.
And we were out on a date, and I used to wipe my mouth with a napkin over and over and over because I was so conscientious, self-conscious about, did I have something on my mouth while I was eating? And that reminds me of like getting on, without makeup or whatever, And so he noticed this. And the next thing I know, I look over and we were eating pizza. I don't know if I mentioned that. And he took the piece of pizza and literally rubbed it all over his face.
Oh.
And sat there and ate it with pizza sauce literally all over his face. I loved him so much at that moment because he was like, I don't care if you have pizza sauce on your face. And I know you don't care if I have pizza sauce on my face. We love one another, and it does not matter, whether you have. So don't worry about yourself. And that was like an aha moment for me. And I swear I hardly ever wipe my mouth now. No, I mean, I'm saying, I stopped being a level of self-conscious that, in that moment. And it touched me. So wanted to share.
That's really sweet. I like that.
Yeah, I love that. I love that.
On Marco Polo, you'll know what.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're sending out invites to Marco Polo, so whoever wants to see us looking.
I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, right? Yeah.
If they're going to be your friend, if they're going to love you, they're going to love you regardless, right? That's what I say all the time. I'm like, if you're gonna love me, if you're gonna accept me, you're going to. If you're not, there's nothing I can do to change that. No amount of makeup, not the way I dress, not the way I speak. Nothing's gonna change it. So you know what? Be comfortable in your skin because you're the only person that you have to live with for the rest of your life. You know, like.
And we love you. We're throwing out love like confetti here. We love y'all.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Does anyone else have anything they'd like to say?
Please don't let it end on the pizza smear story.
That was a great story.
That was a great story.
I know.
Yeah. The message behind it.
Yeah, that was a great story. I thought that was a very positive thing. So, I mean, the fact that you were able to carry it all this time and keep it with you as something to remember, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
It's the little things.
It's the little things.
Yep.
Oh, I love that, Alicia.
Me
That's
too.
right.
Yes.
Too.
Exactly.
And I
Very good.
think that's something.
That's what you ended on.
Yeah.
Okay, Alicia.
Yeah. I think that's perfect. That's something that we can all carry with us the rest of the year. You know, whether you're a believer or not, that is the God who created us all. So that's something that we can take with us throughout the year. Just know that you're loved and you're loved by everyone here. And I hope that you guys always feel comfortable coming on and hanging out with us.
And we hope that whatever is on your vision board,
that
you're able to focus on it and
Absolutely.
you see progression and baby steps.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And I'm going to throw this out there for the people who have faithfully came on here. If you have any ideas that you would like us to discuss for March and April, feel free to leave them here. And I'll also try to put a poll up on YouTube so we can get you guys more involved because we love talking to you and enjoying this time together. So, it's bedtime for Mariah.
And somebody needs to teach me how to write something on this sometime.
We need to do a tutorial backstage next time beforehand.
Yeah. Because I don't see a line. I see everybody else's stuff, but I don't see a line. So.
Oh, really?
I'm old.
Okay, well, again, thank you guys so much for carving out some time tonight to hang out with me. I loved it. I loved everything you guys shared. I mean, you guys are absolutely an inspiration to me of things that I might want to add later on about that. I took something from each one of you, and it meant a lot for you guys to be vulnerable enough to share that. So thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for contributing. Can I make it through a sentence without blubbing? In the comments. We love you guys, and I think that's going to be it. So you guys have a wonderful night, and we'll see you next month.
Yes,
and we're going to be talking about Disney couples.
Ooh, love it.
Yeah, for February.
I could just pop in and say Philip and then leave.
Desi just put a really great comment on. I don't know if you want to put that up before we go, but
what did she say?
Oh yeah. Okay.
There we go. Yeah. Don't be discouraged.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I love that. That's absolutely true. Especially with the way 2020 unfolded. That's a wonderful message.
That is very true.
Adaptability.
Yeah.
Very
exactly.
Sweet, Desi. Thank you.
Yeah.
I didn't achieve anything on my 2020 list, and I was very discouraged. Absolutely. It wore me out focusing on it so much. And so all of those things I didn't even put. The things I felt like wouldn't be obtainable, I did not add them. So thank you so much for putting that comment there, because I think it's so easy for us to get discouraged over those.
Absolutely.
All right. All right. That's going to do it, guys. Love y'all so much.
Love you.
Bye.